Hi, welcome to this webinar from the University of Warwick. My name is Dr. Luis Perez, and I am International Recruitment Officer for the university. I have decided to join the university after 25 years of teaching in the Ivy League and Oxbridge because I have wanted to work with international students who are not able to access highly selective universities like Warwick, and the International Foundation Program is one of the ways to do it. So let's see and examine this program so that you can get some information about it. The Warwick International Foundation Program is made for students who, at the end of their education, are unable to join our university directly. So if you are in Taiwan, for example, you will finish your senior certificate, and we ask that you have an average of about 70%. In your studies. I'll give you a little bit more detail on that in a little bit, but for the moment, just lean back and listen to the presentation. In order to study at Warwick, to get a bachelor's degree, you can either study an international curriculum like A-levels or IB, or the US high school diploma. However, because of the nature of our university, we would ask that you have at least 4 advanced placement exams. If both of these things are not possible to you, then we ask you to join the Warwick Foundation Program. This program is very rigorous, and it actually is one of the few ways that you can access our university without having excellent grades. And that is because our university has many programs that are ranked very highly in the UK. For example, accounting and finance, economics, and all of these courses that you see here are ranked in the top 10 in the UK. If you want to study economics, the program at the University of Warwick is actually ranked higher than Oxford, Cambridge, London School of Economics, or UCL. And the same thing can be said about the other programs here. So knowing this, it should actually allow you to try to understand why our requirements are as high as they are. Now, the Warwick Foundation Program is meant for international students. The idea is to take highly achieving students who need a little bit more education to be at the level that we need them to be. For 1 year, they follow a specific path of courses, and at the end of this, they are giving a conditional offer that will take them into their chosen degree at Warwick. Now, besides being able to study at Warwick, through this process, students are given the opportunity to choose 4 other universities to apply to, and our program is accepted throughout the UK and internationally. Now, one of the important things about our program is that it is a year in a university. The foundation program is taught at the university by faculty from the university, and you are integrated into the campus to the point of living in student housing. Now, the modules that you will have will give you both academic, personal, English writing, and other skills that you can transfer as you study at university level for undergraduates and postgraduates. You will also have 3 tutors, 1 academic, 1 personal, and 1 that will help you completing the UCAS application to 5 universities. And one of the last things that you need to know is that the university and our department has several scholarships that are available to you to help you with your studies. When you come to the university, we will ask you what is the degree that you would like to study as an undergraduate. Based on that degree, you will be able to choose among 10 different pathways. Now, some of these pathways are very specific. For example, law is meant really for law, but a social science pathway would allow you to study things like economics, political science, history, and other things. We ask that you not transfer from one program to the other, but within reason, you may be able to do things like study mathematics and transfer or apply to a finance degree. But that is something that we would like to discuss with you once you have filed your application. These pathways are both academic and skill-based, as well as providing you with an English language writing and research skills modules. Now, because most of our students have a very complete education in their home countries, we are able to actually lower a lot of the basic requirements within the program. So, for example, the English for academic purposes is very focused, and it is more geared towards writing and research skills. And also the inquiry and research skills are specific to each module, that each pathway that you're taking. So that if you're taking engineering, you don't have to kind of spend time looking at law research or mathematics and things like that. So each pathway has a very specific English and research skills program that allows us to maximize the amount of academic content that we give each module. That is one of the reasons why our foundation program is accepted by many, many institutions. As part of your program, like I mentioned before, you will have 3 different types of tutors. One will be your personal tutor. We are really aware that most of our students, actually all of our students, are studying away from home for the first time. They are studying in an English environment for the first time. They are having to make decisions about their career future for the first time. And very likely they are going to be becoming part of a new culture for the first time. So all of these things create a lot of pressure and stress in the students, which we are aware of. And so they will have a personal tutor that will help them to understand and work towards balancing their life and being as ready as they are for their studies. The subject tutors are another tutor that they will have, and they will have meetings one-on-one with them to help them understand some of their courses. They will guide them through their academic choices, and they will help them understand better what it is that they are trying to achieve at an academic level. Now, the personal and the subject tutors combine very often to look after each student, and they are very much aware of the timeline and the concerns of a lot of our students, which makes it that the students are usually very comfortable at the university, and they tend to achieve quite highly within our program. The last tutor that you will have is somebody who will help you in the progression part of the program. As I said at the very beginning, we will offer you a conditional offer to continue at Warwick. In order to achieve that, the personal and subject tutors work together. But after that, you will need to apply through the UCAS portal to 5 universities. Now, Warwick will be one of them, and you will already have an offer from us. But you also are able to choose up to 4 other university programs at any university. And we have a tutor who will work with you for about 5 months so that your application is as strong and perfect as possible, so that you can progress on to whichever program you would like to go, whether it is at Warwick or someplace else. Now, because of the set of people and programs and the level of our academic content, we have approximately 93% of our students who will continue and study within the UK. Now, if you look at the graphic on the purple, that is the percentage of students who continue on with Warwick. That is about 64%. In the green, you have students who progress onto other universities. Now, you see that it says the Russell Group. I'll explain that in a second. But essentially, a student who is accepted and participates in the Warwick Foundation program has a 93% chance of studying an undergraduate degree at a Russell School Group. The Russell School is a group of universities, arguably the top 24 universities in the UK, from Oxford to LSE, to Nottingham, Leeds, and Warwick. Now, within this group, you have arguably the best of British education, both at the personal level, at the research level, and at the academic level. We would love to keep you, but if your talent and your aspirations take you someplace else, this is the group of universities that often accept our students when they choose to go elsewhere. Just as an example, last year, the Imperial College accepted 2 of our engineering pathway students. London School of Economics took 4 of our economics students, and 7 students ended up at University College London, at UCL. I don't actually remember which programs they went to, but 7 of them went there. And, the rest that didn't stay with us ended up at one of these universities. Also, internationally, we had a student be accepted at the National University of Singapore, and we had a few students accepted to schools like HKU and Hong Kong Polytechnic. So again, the program is widely accepted within the UK and internationally, and the level of the university that accept our students tend to be some of the best in the UK. Now, besides studying, you will be living at the university. As I mentioned before, the program takes place at the University of Warwick. You will study and you will live there. Now, if you look at the map and you look at all of the purple buildings on the outside on the periphery of the campus, those are all residencies for our students. There are some that you can't see behind the photographs and a little bit up on top. So there's plenty of housing for you. That will not be a problem. You will be guaranteed a room for the duration of that year of the foundation program. If you continue with us, you will also be guaranteed an apartment for your first year of undergraduate. Now, from any of these housing units to the center of the university, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes of walking. But most of our students actually live very close to their department. In this picture, the Warwick Business School, the WBS, that is at the tip of the lake. That is our business school. Most students there will stay by the lake, and for them, the commute from their house to the business school is approximately 5 minutes. So you can get anywhere at the university on foot. In that central area, we have supermarkets, restaurants, theaters, all sorts of things for students to do, and as well as sport grounds for them to do sports in different parts of the university. This is an example of a housing unit called Lakeside. This is what it looks like on the outside. It's by the lake, by the business school, and this is what they look inside. Now, all of our units at the University of Warwick are individual. You don't have to share, and you can choose between smaller units on their own or larger units that have their own bathroom. The prices per year range between £5,000 and £9,000. So it is up to you the kind of accommodation you would like. The picture on top is one of the communal kitchens. There are 2 kitchens per floor at Lakeside apartments, and so that you can have your living space and then you can cook away from your room. And then there is also a small dining room for people to eat in if they don't want to eat in their room. So you get the choice of doing that. Now, the last thing that I wanted to talk to you about were the course dates and the deadlines. So the course dates are from September to June. If you feel that you need extra English before you come to the university, there is an extended English session that begins about a month before. So it's about 6 weeks before the beginning of the actual foundation program. The 2 deadlines for applying is June 30th for the English and 31 of July for the foundation program. I'll tell you in a second the kind of documents that we need, but it's a very simple application. The tuition fees are about £2,500 for the 6 weeks of English, and the foundation program price is about the price of our undergraduate studies, which is about £24,000. Now, one of the things that I forgot to mention before was the fact that there are a variety of scholarships that are available to our students. One of them is given by the university. In order to qualify for that, you must apply by the UCAS deadline, which is January 31st. So it's earlier than our deadline. But once you do that, you will be invited to submit an application for the scholarship. And that scholarship will, it's about £2,000. If you get the university scholarship and you continue at Warwick, it will renew every year for 3 years. So at the end, if you receive the scholarship and you stay at Warwick, you will receive it for 4 years. Our department has a scholarship that is applicable to any student that is accepted to the program. Next year is the 40th anniversary of the foundation program, and there are a larger amount of scholarships that are available to the students, from £5,000 to £2,000. There's a lot of them. So it is a question of making sure that you write a good personal statement when applying to the program, because that is what we do. That is what we evaluate in order to make a short list of candidates. So once you apply, you will be offered a place, and your application will be considered for a scholarship. As you progress through the timeline and into your acceptance of the program, paying a deposit and coming, we will let you know if you have received one of these scholarships. Now, the application process is relatively simple. You need to apply by the 31st of July. You need to have an IELTS level of English between 5.5 and 6.0. You need to have an overall percentage of 70% in your national certificate from Taiwan. And you need to also meet any subject requirements that are specific to your program. So for example, for chemistry, you must have 70% in chemistry. For mathematics, the same thing. And again, please consult our website and you can see if your program has any subject requirements. Those have to be 70%. But otherwise, if there is no requirement, you need an average of 70% to get into the program. If you qualify to apply directly to the university because you've taken A-levels or IB diploma, or you have taken more than 4 advanced placement exams, then you cannot apply to the foundation program. However, if you are currently studying the AS level in the British system, or the IB certificate, or if by the time you graduate from your American school, you have taken 3 or less AP exams, then you can apply to the foundation program. So again, the foundation program is for those students who have good grades, who are not able to apply directly to undergraduate studies. And I think with this, we conclude this presentation. I encourage you to reach out to my colleagues here in Taipei, or to reach out to us at ifp@warwick.ac.uk. In any case, I look forward to hearing from you and perhaps seeing some of you in Warwick in the near future. Take care.